So I was cleaning out in an area in my living room and I found these ranunculus that I had saved from last year. They're not looking too good, but I'm gonna pre-soak them and see what happens, and then I am going to try and pre-sprout them to see if I can get any viable tubers. They kind of look like mini dahlia tubers. I think they're called corms. I'm not sure that I will get anything from these, but I'm gonna give it a try. The way you pre-sprout ranunculus is you have to pretty much dunk them in water. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna put them in water and hopefully they get rehydrated. We will see what I get. And then after they dunk in the water, let's say for like 3 hours, I'll plant them in some soil. So what you want to do is every half hour or so, you just move them around like this. And I always like set a timer. When I'm pre-sprouting the ranunculus, I always set a timer so that I can do what I'm doing right now, which is just giving it some motion. Realistically, when you sprout ranunculus, you want moving water. I don't know if these are gonna reconstitute. They're pretty dry, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. So this is what the ranunculus looks like after they've been soaking for about 3 hours. What I basically did was I filled this jar up with water. I put all the little corms in there, and every so often, like every half hour, I would shake them just that they weren't just standing still in the water. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place them in the soil. I don't really know what kind of variety this is, just because it was ones that I had bought last year. Some of them I bought as the, you know, dried up corms, and then some of them I bought already as a plant form, and I just dug up the corms. And put them in a cool, dry place. So we'll see what happens. So they're all placed in the little container that I have, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more just to cover them. And then right there, just a little bit, just to cover them. Hopefully I get something going. I'm also gonna be pre-sprouting some dahlias, and it's basically almost the same thing, except you don't soak the tubers. You're just putting them in place right here. As I see shoots coming up, what I want to do is see if I can create more plants from the shoots, and then after the shoots come out, I'm going to plant those in soil just to get more dahlia plants. I saw this idea from Soils and Margarita, and she had great success with it last year, and she also did it this year, so I thought I would give it a try as well. And so this is the mix that I got, and I got this from Lowe's. So it came with 3, but one of the tubers was pretty big tuber, and I was able to separate 2 of them, so I have 4 instead of 3. But it's kind of crazy because look at the size of this tuber right here. I'm hoping that big tuber is gonna be this plant right here, because I've never gotten like dinner plate dahlias, which is the ones that are like the really big blooms on them. So I hope that I get one of those. So basically it's the same kind of thing where you just bury it, and I really don't know if this is gonna actually work, but you know what, give it a try. That's what gardening is all about. It's all about trying new things and experimenting and seeing what works for you. So basically I'm just going to use the remainder of what the bag came with. And then realistically, you don't really want to wet. You don't really want to have these tubers too wet because they can easily rot. So I just have the soil damp, and I'll keep it damp just until I start seeing the shoots from these. And then after I see the shoots, I'm going to cut those shoots out, put those in some soil as well, and then I'll plant the tubers so that I can get some flowers from the tubers as well. Here they are in my greenhouse. Realistically, I don't really know what's going to happen. It's just something that I wanted to try and see if it actually worked. So I'll keep you all posted and see what happens.